I recently wrote an article on cancer which was very well received. Some readers commented on the choice of Joker for the representation of the sign of cancer as they resonated with it. I could not find anything better from the pop culture to express the deep layered sign that cancer is. If you have seen the dark, depressing movie starring Joaquin Phoenix, you would know what I mean. The plot of the movie is that a good guy is broken to the point of madness by the cruel world. I watched it once and never went back. Once was more than enough for me as I have a cancer moon. Many people ask me if you could change one thing about your chart, what would it be? My answer is always the moon because my moon is in the sign of cancer. Here is a one-liner you guys need to remember. Other planets may decide how many wounds you get. Moon decides how much pain you feel. The cancer motto is I feel. They feel the most. Frankly, Sun in Cancer is not that big a problem. Even Cancer Ascendant is doable, particularly for male natives. For females, even Ascendant can be a problem. But Cancer Moon, male, female, everybody gets screwed because of their capacity to feel the pain which is too deep. From a broken toy to a broken heart, these people cry buckets, and most of the tears come from the depth of their sensitive nature. If you have a Cancer Moon child, parent, or spouse, please don't be cruel to them. They can literally cry their eyes out. Ask me, how do I know? Here's another secret I want to give you. The sign of Cancer represents heart. It is the fourth sign. It represents chest, lungs as well, but most of all, it represents the heart. In your chart, moon represents your heart. Wherever moon sits, you can be unreasonably in love with that house and can be irrational about the demands made by that house. So put together, moon and Cancer represent love. Cancer loves to be loved. It doesn't ask for admiration like Leo or authority like Capricorn. All he asks for is love. Their emotional wounds don't heal easily. The mother and the spouse play a very big role in their emotional well-being, and what actually heals them is their children. Cancer mothers make great moms for childhood, but they can be clingy and nosy in the teenage, trying to hang on to their teenager just like they owned their babies. Dear Cancer mom, learn to set the child free. They will definitely come back to you as they would realize nobody loves them more. Dads are loving and super protective about their children. While they would normally walk away from most potential conflicts of violence, but if you want to see ultra violence, try harming their child. They would put Scorpios to shame with the vengeance and fury that would be unleashed to protect their child. Cancer women in love can be clingy and monopolize her man's time and attention. That causes them to be dumped more often than comparatively more liberating women. Given that she feels so deeply, I don't want this little creature to get hurt. Dear girl, men have a tendency to go away and come back. Borrowing from the great book Men Are From Mars, men are like rubber bands. If your man truly loves you, he will come back to you every time. So hold your horses and unleash your man. Coming to Cancer men, they are less vulnerable and more practical as compared to their female counterparts. But then they do have to deal with the outside world, which can be menacingly cruel to these gentle souls. In youth, these people are what you call emotional idiots. They wear their heart on their sleeves and want to love and be loved by everyone. They want everyone, right from a school bus driver to the math teacher, to love them. In teens, they often play clown to get the attention of the girl they are fascinated with. They cry their eyes out on a breakup and often have dreamy scenarios about what their world would be like. These guys cry in the movies with tragic endings. Like I said, they are in love with love. Cancer and Capricorn are the most plugged in signs in the zodiac. The matrix has them to at the soul level. However, they are plugged into the different parts of the matrix. Capricorn buys into the myth of greatness of authority figures, from parents to bosses to high achievers to government or business heads. Cancer, on the other hand, is plugged into the emotional side of the matrix. They generally think if you are nice, others would be nice to you. They are bleeding hearts for their chosen cause, are patriotic to the core, and make the most devoted voters and fans. In case you have a heavy Cancer in the chat, especially Moon in Cancer, please don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Do not show your emotions to the world. You would be taken advantage of and made fun of. Again, ask me, how do I know? Once they grow mature and realize that the world is not a safe place like the fairy tales told to them, they would take either of the two ways. The emotional ones can have a breakdown and can literally go crazy or at least in deep depression. More rational ones will take measures to protect themselves. They would often use a cold, no nonsense approach towards the world. They would maintain a more business like approach and use the famous sense of humor sparingly, albeit this time with sinister motives. A plugged in Cancer person is the sweetest person you can ever meet. An unplugged one is dangerous. Very soon, I'll be launching a life coaching website and channel for unplugging people from the Indian matrix, especially the youth. If you have Cancer Moon and want to get unplugged, you are welcome to visit YouTube @Honest Life Coach and website honestlifecoach.com. Let me tell you, these things are in the starting stages, not a lot of content, but I plan to make tremendous amounts of content for these sites. But if you think that you are happy with your life the way you are, don't even bother with them, they would hurt. The truth shall set you free, but first it would break your heart. And Cancer people have the most fragile, breakable hearts. This is G. Vijay Kumar, honestastrologer.com.